Okay, so we left off discussing the course schedule. So let me just jump back in there. Hopefully, you guys understand your grace periods. You have your first grace period, your second grace period. Um, Follow those. Don't lose points. Try to get things in on time. So the other thing on lab, if I didn't mention this already, lab material list. Okay, very, very important. Make sure you read this as soon as possible and purchase, acquire, make sure you have everything that you need for lab. Okay, so let's check that out. All right. This is kind of fun. I actually had a lot of fun creating these labs at home. It shouldn't cost you more than $50 to get the materials that you need. Okay, but you need to get this stuff. These are 3 things that you most likely do not already own. So go buy them. There is a water test kit that has 2 bacteria tests in them. I checked this before the start of the semester to make sure it was available on Amazon, and it was. It's not expensive. Okay, if for some reason you can't find it, or it's suddenly not there, email me. There's an alternative. I'll help you through that. But as far as I know, as of 2 days ago, this was still good to go. Then we have a soil tester, and then we have litmus paper. Litmus paper is fun and it's cheap, okay? So grab those items. And then down here, these are household items that you most likely already have, okay? Like a ruler, measuring cup that you would use for baking, but you do need the milliliters labeled, okay? So most like Pyrex glass measuring cups have that, so just make sure your measuring cup does. That's going to be important. All these things are common household items, okay? If you do not have them, go down to the dollar store and buy them. Every single one of these things can be purchased at the dollar store, okay? Then a little note on eggshells, okay? If you're a vegan, you don't work with eggs, okay, you can go ahead and use baking soda. Not as recommended because it is not the same chemical. Eggshells are made of calcium carbonate. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, okay, but they function similarly for the purpose of the lab. So if you don't want to touch eggs, get yourself some baking soda. Then here is how to make your eggshells, okay, and then you also need a soil sample. Now I know that it's winter right now anyway, and the ground is frozen. However, if you pull over to the side of the road, find yourself a flowing creek, okay, something like that, there will be thawed ground anywhere that there is running water. And that's one of the best places to get a soil sample. Literally on the side of the road where you see dirt, just grab some. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You just need some dirt. So collect your soil sample and then watch the YouTube video of how to prepare it, or just simply follow the directions. Okay, so read that file. And then let's go back and we'll talk about lecture. So lecture is broken down by week. All right. All of the quizzes that you will ever need to do are in your quizzes folder. And it tells you by which grace period it absolutely must be submitted by. Okay. But try not to lose those 20 points. Listen, you do exams and labs and you do them late and you lose 20 points each, you're not going to get an A, and then if you don't do so hot on your attempt, you'll be, hard pressed to pass the class. So just try to get stuff in on time. Here's same thing. This is where you find your tests, okay? The way that these are set up, I can see all of them because I created the course, okay? But you cannot see the next exam until you finish the previous one. So everybody has to do the syllabus quiz. Once you do the syllabus quiz, quiz 1 will open. When you've submitted quiz 1, quiz 2 will open. You cannot see everything at once. I can. Okay, back to lecture. Then here's your weeks. These follow the course schedule. Everything that you need to complete for the week is in the week folder. So go ahead and open that guy up. And here is your PowerPoint. Now, The PowerPoints up here are designed to support the textbook, okay? The textbook is your foundation of learning. In this class, you're going to read the chapter first, all right? Then go through and review the PowerPoint because the PowerPoint supports the chapter. Also included on the PowerPoint are annotations, stars, highlights, underlines, scribbles done by myself and my artistry, okay? All of those things are extra important to pay attention to because those are the questions you will find on your exams. So if you want a super helpful study tool, open up that PowerPoint, look at all the things I've highlighted, and study that material extensively. You'll do great in this class, okay? Down here, you have your watch the video, read the article, and discuss with your classmates about this topic, okay? In order to get full credit for your discussion, you have to create a thread and also respond to at least 2 classmates on their thread. So basically just have a little mini discussion, boom, you get your points. Okay. And it's the same the whole way through the semester. So I believe I've covered most everything, okay? Pay close attention to your course schedule, follow those due dates, submit your work on time, and complete your activities for lab, complete your discussions for lecture, submit your tests and quizzes, read your chapter, review your PowerPoints, and email me with questions, okay? I'm holding in-person office hours. If you need a little extra help, you have some questions, whatever, I need a 24-hour notice so that I can create the meeting and set aside the time to make sure I'm available at that time. Get my baby, someone to look after her for a moment, all right? So give me at least a day heads up if you have some questions and you want to have an office hour appointment, okay? I'm doing them by appointments because everybody's schedule is different. So just let me know. Now, I will most likely hold some group Zoom meetings when there's some tougher stuff coming up, like for example in lab, or when you have some exams coming due. And if you can be available at that time, great. If you can't, I can try to set something aside another time. This class is asynchronous so that you can complete your work on your own time that you've set aside. Okay, I traditionally online classes, nobody wants to sit in front of a computer and listen to a talking head from 2 to 4 o'clock 3 times a week. Okay, you all have your own schedules, you have your own lives. So just make sure that you're getting your work done. It doesn't matter if you do it at 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. Okay, if you have questions, just let me know, and do your best to keep pace with the material. All right, so signing off until next time.